welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. I'm back playing a little bit of online backgammon after a little bit of a mini break dealing with other life stuff, non-backgammon stuff. Trying to get some practice in because I'm playing with a friend of mine live tomorrow. We play like a series of quick 5-point matches, so I want to try to get some practice in. So we're playing Robert, whose name is Buddy Love. Good match to Buddy Love, who should be running his back checkers because he's up in the race in some fashion. So I believe this is an error. I should be priming because I'm down in the race. Well, I probably would just make the 3 here because it's a good asset. And then I am winning, I think, due to the timing situation, but not enough. See, I think splitting is wrong here because I think I do want to aim towards a primey game and not let him attack with this structure. This did work. I wonder if I have a cube here, actually. It does not play well. Well, let's see what he look. I don't know what he's doing, actually. 8. Okay, yeah, I got 3s, and yeah, no, this looks like a cube. Yeah, I'm not even sure if you should take or not. 3s and 1s. Oof. Okay, that's definitely the 3. Would like to make my 8, but I guess I don't want to give up the midpoint. I'll leave an ace shot over there. So this looks okay. Maybe could also play 9 to 4. But that lets him attack inside. All right, I have him on the ropes. I mean, I assume I'm doing this. 6 shots, I think. Could do this, although this gives him play. This gives him more play, I think, because he can attack or he can hit a lucky fly shot outside. And I'm not too afraid of this 1-2 back game. If I get away with this, this is tremendous. Gonna make an awesome 5 prime. Yeah, nothing else is going to be tremendous when it works. So let's do this. Assume he doesn't roll a 6, which he does. Still okay as long as I don't dance twice in a row or something. Damn it. Okay, there's 1. He's still sad. I wouldn't double this. He's still quite stuck back there. Maybe it's okay due to the exposure, maybe a little bit due to the match score, but yeah, well, we'll see what the computer says about his cube there. Like, I don't think I would have cubed, but I kind of see what he's thinking. I got all these exposed blots in the outfield. Yeah, maybe it's stronger than I was thinking. Of course, it's not. It's working out for him. Great. Still pretty stuck though. He should hit me, I assume. Play optimistically, put the second guy up on the roof. So I would say this is a game for optimists. But you want to aim for sort of like a reasonable optimism, You don't want to get you don't want to be too optimistic. But hitting twice, just leaving a single shot, doing something really good when missed, seemed very worth it there. Okay, I can't forget about the cube. All right, I guess I don't want to run off the anchor and give him this attacking option, which is quite potent. He should split and play 9 to 6. I got four checkers back, so yeah, this is a good play. I shouldn't worry too much about being blitzed. Should be worried about getting his backmen going. All right, so I don't know. I should cube before my 5-4, but this is now he's kind of in big trouble now. His take point is 16%, I think. I guess he has it. A lot of with some gammons. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. 16 doesn't seem like a tall order, really. All right, it seems like a little bit of a weird score to cube at. Oh, this is terrible. Good on the dances. think he still has it. Which doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't a cube, but like I said, a lot of my wins are gammons. They kill my gammons by doubling. Lose some gammons too, though. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll take a look at all the cube actions this match in the computer. See if I missed something. See if his cube is okay. Should I cube this now? It's a little unclear whether he has 16 here now. To me, anyways. It's probably a pass, is it? Let's double and see what happens now. Okay, it does take, which maybe that's right. I don't know. What do I know? All right, 6s and 2s to go after him. Okay, he's running. Oh, he's just leaving me in directs here. Jumping out to the 17, playing 4 to 3, hoping I miss. Which I did. Well, I could hit him with a 3. I'm not going to do that. Oh, what is this now, though? I guess it's 24 to 19, 6 to 3. No, that's the play. Yeah, that's nice. I'm 11. This checker's 11 away, which is sort of nice. Great outfield coverage. Okay, so he's hitting and going to the 5, it looks like. And I'm still looking for like some hit number. Oh, perfect. Well, that solved everything. Okay, I guess I need to worry a little bit about the race, but not too much. This is safe on boxes. This is safe on boxes. 6-6. This is fine. This is safest. This strips the all numbers play pretty cleanly here, and my 6 point is stripped. So there's only 2 checkers there, so that's a pretty good indication of safety. Safest now would be clear the 6. I'm a hair worried about the race though, so I can take on a tiny bit of extra risk and sort of gin the race. Hey, dance and then I get 6 blotters. There it is. Tiny bit of extra risk. But I guess if I get hit here, I'm still kind of doing okay, you know. Okay, that was a good match. Good game. Okay, so we got XG started. And we shall import it and take a look at my blunders, which hopefully will not be too numerous. But yeah, I'm curious about these cube decisions. It's always tricky at a score where, like, I don't know, take points very low, but you still win some gammons. Okay, so I played okay. I'm guessing I might have missed a cube or doubled incorrectly or something. When I redoubled to 8. But yeah, we'll see what the computer says. Okay, not right now a semi. I want to take a look at the computer analysis. Okay, yes, no, analyze. Okay, I'm on the bottom. Okay, so PR came down in XG. Yeah, okay, missed a couple cubes it looks like. I was too timid. Okay, anyways, we'll see. Or doubled incorrectly, but I think it's going to say I missed some cubes. Right, so this is sort of standard opening stuff that you should know. It might look closed. Like if you're not familiar with sort of this opening theory, splitting might look close. Like if you play like 13 to 10, 24 to 23, like what's wrong with that, right? It looks like sort of standard opening stuff, but it's actually a blunder here. It's a blunder because I'm down in the race. So it's less incentive to get the backmen going, and more incentive to like aim for more of like a blocking priming approach. And he has like this big stack on a 6, which he's sort of eager to attack with. You don't want to split into stacks. So that's why you want to make kind of a smooth priming play here. 13 to 10, 6 to 5. Yeah, so if you don't know this concept, this is worth a ton. This should be worth a ton to you. Because this type of stuff, this is how you think about the opening a lot of the time. I think it might be different if he owned an advanced anchor. Like say instead of the 24, he owned the 21 point. In other words, he owns my 1 point, so he owns my 4 point. Now he can't really be blocked effectively. So there splitting might be okay even though you're getting attacked. But here, you want to aim towards this priming game. Right, and similar. This is the same concept for him. Right, he's up in the race. He's got the worst priming prospects, the worst blocking prospects. So he can't play 13 to 5 here, aiming towards like a mutual blocking game. He needs to get the backmen going. Well, it's not like too dangerous to do so. So yeah, so 13 to 5 again. Maybe it looks sort of reasonable, but it's a blunder. Yeah, similar. I guess you got to get the backmen going here too, even though it's getting pretty dangerous. The equity difference is maybe a little magnified due to the upcoming cube, a little bit. Anyways, I got a good cube in, got 1s and 3s to hit them, and I got a better position to boot. Still a huge take. Okay, I just go for it here, building the nice 4 prime. This guy making the 7 points, leaving him a direct 6 shot. But boy, he doesn't roll a 6, and he's primed to hell, right? How's he going to win this after I make the 8 points? He does roll a 6. I dance. Yeah, okay, this is nothing. Yeah, I'm still winning due to the guys stuck back there. Fine. And then he's doing okay. He goes after me. Now I am losing, but not by that much. Okay, he should go after me here. Okay, I get back in. Okay, it does run here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a little trouble seeing this one. Still hard to evaluate because like you run, I mean, obviously you're getting less stuck back there. But you're getting attacked, right? You're getting attacked with 1s, 2s, and 4s. 7s are sort of duplicated. Is part of the reason why it doesn't mind doing this so much. Say this is the computer's choice, running 23 to 15. The 1s and 2s are duplicated, right? He needs 1s and 2s to attack and 1s and 2s to split. So there's not that many good numbers here. So this is my play. So I put checkers here and here basically. I guess I'm crunching too much. I guess that's the computer's problem. Like I'm still quite stuck back there, and he still has like decent 1s and 2s to split. Okay, I can kind of see this. Kinda. I might make the same. Honestly, I might make the same play again though. Yeah, just like some sort of split play. Anyways, I get a nice 5-3. Oh, here. Okay, here is close. Okay, here is just over 16%, so I should be cubing this. Yeah, I don't think he was doing that badly. I thought he was maybe 20 or more. Fine, but he is super stuck back there, and I'm not that stuck anymore. Yeah, so similar here. I hit him. He danced. He's just a couple percent over his take point, so I should be queuing this. Maybe just 1.5% or something. I knew it was like gammonish. I went close to 30% gammons here, so that's kind of a reason not to cube because I'm killing my gammons by doubling. On the other hand, undoubled gammon. I mean, if I hold the cube at 4, I don't think the gammon price is very high. I don't think gammons are very valuable. I mean, they win me the match, but winning a single game like almost wins the match anyways. Winning 4 points. And then, yeah, I guess I... Okay, then now... Okay, so I make... Sorry. Okay, so I don't double here. I roll an okay 6-1 where I make the 1 point. Still a little stuck back there, and that's why he's like well over 16 now, because I could get stuck back there, and he's probably going to anchor at some point. Although it could roll out to be a cube. Okay, finally get going. He's got a huge take here, but I guess it's volatile enough that the computer still doesn't mind doubling too much. I screw up this checker play somehow. What's the big deal here? Okay, so I play 23 to 18, and I keep the anchor, which seems reasonable. And then I play 5 to 4 with the thought that I want to keep the checkers a little further back. And the computer says, no, don't do that. The computer says, jump with the 5, but then play 17 to 16, keeping the spare in a slightly better spot, paying maybe an extra shot in the outfield. So in other words, this, leaving 8s and 10s. Versus this, leaving 9s and 10s. So that's like, yes, one more shot to play 17 to 16, but you keep the spare in a slightly better spot. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't see what the big deal is. It's pretty solid error for being two like very similar plays, 0.06 or so. Yeah, that strikes me as a little odd. I'm trying to find like some swing numbers that play like way better after my play for white. I mean, but I'm not really seeing it. Like, I don't know, 3-3 is great, but isn't 4-4 go the other way? Yeah, 4-4 kind of goes the other way, so yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. I don't think it can be all this. I don't think it can really be this spare. It doesn't seem like a big deal. Yeah, I don't know. He does hit me with a 9, somehow punishing my play. But I get him right back, and then, okay, double pass. He's only 15. Yeah, at the time, I wasn't sure what side of 16 he was on, so I thought, okay, now's a decent time to double. Okay, I just try to bring a builder into the zone to try to hit him. Doesn't work. But eventually I close him out and win. Okay, 10 to 8, 6 to 3. Okay, no, my play is safest. Yeah, so 10 to 5 I think would be the choice of most players, but it gets hit a little more, I think, than 10 to 7, 6 to 4. I mean, look how 6-6 plays, for instance. 6-6 leaves a very shoddy position if you do this. If you do my play, 6-6 plays pretty nicely. Oh, hey, Eli, good to see you. You dupe some good 5s for him, and 5-5 is a killer anyways. I see. Yeah, I think that's a good point. The 5-5 dupage. Let me go back. 5-5. I don't know. Okay, so you do my play. So 5-5. Let's see. It hits. And then the other guy gets to run. Oh, the other guy, I see. 5-5, I guess he's hitting on the 17. And then going to the 3-point. Yeah, you know, you're right. 5-5 is a bit of a swing number. If you do the computer's play, 5-5 still hits, but not as well, I guess. 1, 2. Oh, wait. Is there some number that hits from here? 1, 2. No, 5-5 hits either way, but yeah, it is better. It is a better hit for white after my play. Yeah. So that's at least part of it, I think. 5-5 is a bit of a swing number. So maybe it's just that combined with the spare being in a slightly better spot. Actually, we maybe can figure out how much the spare is worth. Let me save this for a second. And then I'll screw around a little bit. Like this is a little contrived. Because I'm not going to actually look at the actual plays. But let's say I could, if I wanted to, play the 5 out to here and then not play the ace. And so I leave the spare in the I leave the spare on the 5-point. I think we can ask about the cube action for white, even though white doesn't own the cube. I think we can ask about the cube action for white and see what the equity is. Yes, the equity for white is minus 556 here, with white on roll. If you move the spare to a slightly worse spot, say, the equity is minus 530. So the opponent is 0.02 or 0.03 better with the spare here, despite the fact that I'm giving myself an extra pip. So that's fairly significant, I guess, when you're talking about an error like 0.06. So I guess that's a lot of it, and maybe the 5-5 makes up for the rest. Yeah, I don't know, but also like you are giving after the right play, you are giving an extra shot too. So I don't know. But no, that's a good point about the 5-5 though. It is certainly a better hit for white after my play. Yeah. Anyways, so this was good. And there was a little bit of a choice. Right, so I make the safest play here, stripping the 6 points, making 6-6 play. Well, now 6-6 is just one number, but it's sort of indicative of some shoddiness in the position, I think. So I sometimes use 6-6 as like a proxy for how safe the position is. You know. So 4-4, okay, bear a checker off and then leave 0 blot numbers. Okay, here is quite close, obviously. If your only goal is not to be hit, you clear the 6 point because then white enters and you're out of your hair. But you don't want to give him a 6-6 to get back in the race a little bit. So that's why I take on slightly extra risk to keep a closed board. And it almost hurts me. Like I leave a shot here, then he misses. Yeah. Anyway, so I finish him off. Anyway, do you want to play like a 5-point match on hub, Eli? I can commentate. I can commentate as we go along, and then we'll take a look at the computer analysis together afterwards. I don't know if you're liking Hub or not. I mean, you're new to Hub, right? I like the site because I like the UI. It's got a very simple and UI that kind of does everything you might need to do. Sure, yeah, get on. When you get on, just I'm all available to play. Just invite me to a 5. What I like about it is like the simple interface and the great tournament running infrastructure, which is exactly why we're using it for the which is why we're using it for the weekly tournaments. The tournament running infrastructure is probably the best. Yeah, Galaxy. I used to play on I used to play on Galaxy when they had like the original version 1 of Galaxy, but yeah, I've stopped doing that. Anyways, yeah, log on. Give me an invite. There you go. All right, 5-point match against Eli, and then we shall see how we do. And I'll try to commentate a little bit on Eli's moves also, so you can take a look after the match. Heroes is also good. No, let's because I'm going to commentate on the plays and the cube action. Why don't you move away from YouTube and then join me afterwards, and then you can watch the video later and see my commentary. Anyways, yeah. Okay, good play. All right, just going to lock up these points. So usually locking up a good point is better than safetying the guy in the outfield. Okay, this is pretty reasonable. This might be right. There's another play where you hit on the 11 and then make the A's. But actually, I kind of like your play better. Because it seems like kind of a cheesy blitz to make the ace points. Here, I don't know what I would do. I mean, hit twice is a play. 13 to 8 is a play. This seems worse. I mean, if you're going to leave a shot, maybe hit twice. Or 13 to 8. 13 to 8 is pretty reasonable, too. Okay, don't have anything. I guess I'm going blitzing in some fashion because it doesn't escape well. I'm not sure between 13 to 7, 24 to 18, or just do this. Hope you dance and then cube yeah. That seems like a plan. Did not work. Okay, go to the 11. Okay, race is fairly close. I'm still doing okay, so obviously no cube here. Okay, makes the 10 nicely if he sees it, which he does. All right, I guess that's the 1, and then I'm either playing 23 to 20. Actually, there's another play. I mean, this is a play, right? Pretty stuck back there. Yeah, the 4-1, I'm not sure. Yeah, double hits sort of a play. I mean, I'm thinking about maybe this, sort of hedging my bets a bit, getting this guy in a position to jump a little bit. 6, 6, and 4s, get this guy going, but I'm covering the inner board a little less. I don't know. I got like 3 plays there, and I can't like rule any of them out. The 4-1, yeah, no, the 4-1 is sort of okay maybe, because I got such good structure on the home front that getting hit is sort of a disaster for you. So there's this, although I'm getting attacked here a little bit. Let's try this. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do the other one. I would have gotten smooshed. I'm getting a little smooshed anyways. So the 4-1, yeah, I don't know. If you hit twice, it keeps me from building. I just don't know whether it's worth the risk of leaving a direct shot there. All right, race is still okay for me. Is this a shot? I believe this is a shot. So maybe you play 10 to 4 because you're slotting the better points and it's easier to cover when missed. So it's worth the extra 2 shots. So I believe this is a good play. I'm going to try to maintain a little bridge to the back checker. Yeah, now you got a good position. Now I got a bad position. Oh, do I do this and not leave you like any chance to hit here? I guess. Really want the closed board though, you know. I'm just not hitting it. I'm just not hitting much next turn. So maybe the board doesn't matter that much. That could be wrong though. Maybe I should make the closed board there. All right, I'm up 6 pips, so I'm going to do this. Good. Yeah, I would probably maintain a little bit more contact here. The race being so close. Okay, I'm up 4, which is not enough. I'm up 10, I'm up 2, and he's more efficient than I am. So, no double. Okay, I'm going to be down 6. Efficiency, oh, yeah, there's a misclick. Okay, he's down 3. I doubt he has anything here. Also, the score, non-gammonish positions, you need to be a little conservative. 5 away, 5 away, but sending an initial cube. Take points a little lower than usual. So it's yeah, he's arguably a little more efficient than me, but that's not enough to make up for the fact that the pip count's even. Here, maybe I'm more efficient than him because the 4 points open. It's 4 points open. So I think this is early. I think this is maybe a couple pips early. One or 2 pips early. Maybe 2 pips early. On the recube in non-gammonish positions, I can be quite aggressive. Like the take point's a little lower than usual. I'm sorry, a little higher than usual. Usually I use it for like a race or something in a non-gammonish position. Take point's probably around 25. As opposed to like 21 or 22 for money because you get recube vig. Anyways, so the early double paid off, so it's 2 zip. So I should be quite aggressive in gammonish positions here with the cube. It's probably this to keep the 8 point and split to a good spot. And I'm not sure between splitting and 6. I would probably do this though. Yeah, especially given the score. I guess this loses fewer games. 6-2. Can I? If he plays it like super aggressive, maybe I can even cube this. Because it's very I'm not saying like super aggressive is wrong here, but it's going to be like very volatile. So I could lose, but I could get like a really nice gammonish position after this one sequence. So I am going to cube this. I am going to cube this play. Which not saying this is the wrong play, but due to the score and due to the gammonish nature of the position, I think it's a pretty strong cube. Although I would take. So my take point on the recube is 16, which might come into play. Hopefully not. All right. I could make the 18 here, obviously. I don't know if that really makes me so much of a favorite, though. If I hit twice, especially considering the gammon situation, seems like I'm doing pretty well here, unless he rolls a 2. Although this is tremendous. Oh, nice roll. Okay. Yeah, again, the game plan involves escaping the back checker, so I'm going to do this. Give up the second anchor. Okay, not sure about that one. Not sure about this 3-1. But I guess I want to remain diverse back there. So I got 4s, 5s, and 6s to jump as opposed to just 4s and 6s. Ugh, gross. Yeah, probably same idea here. Good. Good. Okay, nothing fancy here, I assume. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm hitting here, but I'm not sure. Like if I just play 11 to 7 and then he rolls 6 or 5, I mean, not doing well. So, just kind of goes for the knockout punch. Hit twice might be right. Although 22 to 17, many fewer shots because 3s are duplicated. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. That's a tough play for me. Honestly, I probably would have ended up hitting. Just kind of go for it. What's going on here? I don't know. So again, like I said, my take point is 16%. Yeah, it's not that clear. I had it, but a lot of wins or gammons here, so that's a reason not to cube. It's like the closeness of the closeness of the take pass decision, right? That's like a pretty big reason to cube. But the fact that he wins a bunch of gammons is a reason not to cube at the score where doubling kills the gammons. So it's always quite tricky. They call it like gammon-cidal cubes because you're killing your gammons by doubling. The board's pretty strong here. I'd probably play 3 to 1. Maybe this keeps the cube more alive too, because it's less gammonish. So it seems like you're more likely to use the cube if you do this. And I wouldn't leave. If you don't hit, I wouldn't. You gotta leave shots in the outfield anyways. So I guess I'm getting a little more confident about this. This looks like it's going to be wrong. So why not play 17 to 15, 13 to 8 to get another builder for the 3? Oh, I see, because at 3-3, well, yeah, I mean, this play's fine. This play might be right on the 3. I think what he was thinking about is 3-3. If I roll 3-3, I'm going to get to hit him. But the builders, the extra builders for the 3-point might be worth it. I would probably continue the theme here. If you leave it slotted, which there might be a better play where you actually like make the 3-point and then you get you push the gap up to the 5 points. So you get extra covers. In other words, you switch from the 5 to the 3-point. You're going to get a triple cover as opposed to a double cover. And if you don't get to fill in the points, the gap is a little higher, which means it's going to be safer long term. Oh man, I've got this awesome 3-3. And it could be right not to hit there also. I'm not just being results oriented. Not leaving a shot, it's pretty reasonable there, I'd say. Well, the 5, also you can pick and pass too. Huh. Okay, 2, 3. Oh, his board's pretty awesome. This is a 4-point board. I'd probably keep it more spread out. Okay, now I can take some more chances, I think. Okay, well, if he's rolling 6-6, I don't think I mind getting hit that much. And so this is pretty awesome coverage. Okay. I don't know, this is a little chicken-hearted. A little cowardly. Okay, let's get the extra builder now. Oh, this does hit loose if I want. Switching is a play too, but a little worried about 6-6 down the line, or a couple quick successive sixes. If I was a little closer to home, maybe I switch there. Go 6 to 1 squared. I don't know. Okay, fine. There's more flexible plays. Okay, so 1, 2. This blots on 6-6. So does this. This maybe doesn't. 1, 2. No, this still does. I wouldn't want to do that anyways. Okay, so I'm probably around a little higher than 40% to win a gammon here, with two guys closed out and black having a compromised front position. So I am going to play pretty aggressively for it, given that the gammon is fairly close. Not that I'm getting the rules for it. What else? There's nothing else really. 3-3? Yeah, like 3-3 I would have ripped 4 there, and nothing else is close. Oh, we can still win a gammon, especially after this roll. This is a nice one. Oh, yeah, this looks weird. I think you just cross over to the 6 point with 1 checker. Seems like it should be the most efficient. And you get 4-4 next roll. 3-3 doesn't quite bear off for him though. Yeah, 10 to 9 here definitely. Your 3 is open, but your 3s cross over if you play 10 to 9. So I think that's a pretty good indication that 10 to 9 is going to be right by a good margin. You can also just count up the, yeah, this is wrong. I think you can also just count up the blot numbers, count up the non-numbers, non-bearing off numbers. So like after Eli's play, it's 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 2-3. I believe there's fewer after the other play. Just 2-1. Might just be. Is it just 2-1? I think it's just 2-1. Okie dokie, let's try this. So if he hits me in the outfield, I get lots of shots at this guy. So I think that's usually a pretty decent indication that this plan is okay here. Okay, so 3-away, 3-away. So generally you should be a lot more aggressive in offering an initial cube at the score. A little tempted to hit here. 10 to 4, but I guess I should just lock up the great point over here. There's just some duplication of 4s after 10 to 4. But it looks too exposed when I could just lock up this awesome. I could just lock up this awesome point. All right, yeah, this is yeah, I am gonna cube this and see what happens. Looks like double take to me with only 8 guys here and 4 checkers back. Double take at the score. I think. It's pretty exposed. Yeah, we'll see what the computer said. He should be quite careful about taking it. 3-away, 3-away. Okay. He's got to attack me here, but I got my nice 10 points. Again, this is pretty damn exposed. All right, I'm gonna lock up this. I guess I gotta come in on 3 and hit with the 5 also. I maybe should have thought about that a little bit too. All right, I'm gonna hit twice or something. Okay, make the 3. This looks like it gives me too much because I got 2s and 6s over here and 5s, 3s, and 1s over here. So I would prefer this, or maybe there's a third play. Doesn't look like it though. I think this is the right play. Okay, so I'm 2 away, he's 3 away. Okay. I would probably end up doing that. Okay, he's getting hit all over the place, but obviously he's got the good anchor, and I only got a 1-point board, so he's never getting blown away. Could hit him on the 18, but I guess I want to rip away the better slots. And then I could just hit on the 5. Keep this game. Oh, you know, I can't. It's blocked. Okay, so he's making the 3 and then playing 13 to 8, I guess. Good. This point looks like it's worth a ton. Blocking in these 5 checkers. Probably not going to be cubing this game because he's got so many men back. It's going to be a fairly gammonish position. So I'm 2 away and he's 3 away. So that'd be a little weird to double in a gammonish position at the score. Oh, this is great. I guess I do this. I thought a little bit about making the 4 there, but obviously I want to keep. I don't want to leave too many. I don't want to leave shots, and I want to keep the nice structure. Like I think even though he has his 5-point, he has the 20-point. I think it's still a fairly gammonish position. Plus he still wins a bunch, you know. So I'd like be doubling this for money, but not at the score. It's probably this. Keeps him blocked in for another turn, but it looks a lot less flexible. Yeah, this could be wrong, but I'm going to do it. I'm not sure I can resist this. I just play like 9 to 7, 3 to 2. It's still like really hard to bring this home. Phew. Make the 4. I don't think so. So what is this? This is just 4-4, although 4-4 is tremendous. But I get an extra builder for the 4 and extra flexibility, and I clear one of the outfield points. So I'm going to do this. It did not pay dividends, although I do have a safe play, at least one safe play. Yeah, I'm not going to hit him. I'm not going to hit him here. Look like too many shots. Too many shots and blots. Yeah, he still wins this. His take point's 25. He still wins this more than 25. And it's still fairly gammonish, so I'm not going to be cubing. Okay. 3 owners to cube me. It's 20 shots. Those are basically wins because he wins some gammons. Like I win some, but I lose some gammons. And then there's 16 other numbers where I'm kind of an underdog. So maybe this is actually double pass over. It's at least a double. You gotta say, oh, this is very bad because you gotta say all the way back. Yeah, this is a really bad play because you want to keep the checker separated back there. So you're getting like double shots as opposed to single shots a lot. Oh, I think I see what he was thinking, right? He doesn't want to get hit on the 4-point. think you still got to keep the checkers separated back there. I mean, I suppose it's just this. I do have some numbers like 4, 1, 3, 2 that are going to leave 2 blots, you know. Then again, I got some numbers that just like clear that outfield point safely. It's only 14 shots, and then he misses, and I kind of win. Because I can cube him or play on there. I'm not cubing next turn if I do this, especially if he's, he can split also with like an ace and get double shots a lot. And his board's going to be better. Maybe this is actually better because I can cube a bad number if I want, or like I said, play on for the gammon possibly. So I'm doing pretty well here. See, he's got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could win a gammon, which actually is sort of an argument against my play because it's not like I get to use the cube, you know. Yeah, that was weird. I think I could. Maybe that was a blunder. Undoubled gammons, I think, are quite valuable at the score, though. Like they're extra valuable. And maybe I just should have cashed that one in, but I thought the gammon chances were high enough. Okay, so it's going to be 4-2 Crawford. So gammons do not help my opponent at the score. So I should play it most. So both of us should be playing this mostly like double match points. Backgammons are extremely valuable, of course. Okay, can make the 5. Good play. I can make the 5. Good play. Run and hope to get missed. Otherwise I'm leaving a shot on my side of the board, so I guess it's sort of a bad plan, but maybe it's the best I got. Alright, well, no, I got hit over here. Shoot. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know what I would do here. Maybe there's some fancy switch play or something. Oh, he's up in the race. Okay, pretty reasonable to just try a running plan here also. Yeah, this is good too. Yeah, I'd have to think about this one. There's like 3 or 4 different plays here that I can't rule out. This looks like a reasonable plan though. Up in the race at the score where gammons don't help. Yeah, like similarly, I guess he shouldn't leave me a direct here by hitting. I don't know. So I'm down pretty big. And I can't be gammoned really. Oh, I can make his 9 now. If gammons hurt me, I definitely would have run with that 6-3. Yeah, I guess something to shoot at here. Probably 3 shots. Yeah, this is too expensive. Might be, is he overlooking? No, he sees it. Good. Okay, now I know race. Oh, okay, I'm only down 8 and he's got 1,000,000 pointing numbers. So I guess now it's time to go. Oh, he's in time trouble. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's always tough to play well. Time trouble. It's good practice though. Good practice for live matches to be able to think, quickly. Oops. I used to play a lot, like when I played on Galaxy. I would play like mostly speed matches to try to train my brain to think quickly. And I think it did help. Now that I'm on here and I'm streaming a lot of times, I just try to play. I just try to play well, as opposed to quickly. Oh, I'm a favorite. Yeah, I'm a pretty big favorite. All right, good match. Good match to my opponent. I got lucky at the end there. It looked like a tough match, though. Probably PRs are not going to be that great. Okay, no, I played. Yeah, I played better than I thought I would. A 2. I expected more like a 4. Well, it could come up in XG, of course. But let's take a look. And we'll take a look at both my errors and my opponent's errors. And then we will. Sorry, I gotta swap the board though. Okay, I know. Okay, Eli was right here after the fact. Hitting twice is correct. Or even hitting once. Interesting. Okay, anyways, let's go through this. Yeah, 5-4 in the opener. Like I always do this for money, just because I know the computer likes it. I always split for money, just because I know the computer likes it, and by a little bit. And I'm just sort of comfortable with it. At match scores where you need a gammon more than your opponent does, I will bring 2 guys down. It probably is. I don't know. I mean, it probably, if you're playing like a weaker player, it might be a little better to bring 2 guys down, because I think it will tend to complicate the game a little more than when you split. Because when you split, you just might end up in like some boring holding game, which tends to be a little easier to play than these sharper positions. And the game tends to be shorter if you get into a holding game. So maybe for money, I should start like bringing guys down or whatever with the 5-4. On the other hand, if you're playing for money against a player you have an edge over, lengthening the game so there's more skill in it isn't necessarily a good thing, right? Because you want to get more games in. So you necessarily don't mind a shorter game there. Okay, so what is the, okay, so I made no blunders, but a bunch of checker plays and maybe 1 cube error. Okay, Eli just made 1. Where is Eli's cube error? Yeah, I don't recall. 5-6. Good. 4-3. You lock up the anchor. Good. 1-1. 5-5 is a good play here. And when I first saw this, I actually thought you were going to do this, hitting twice, getting a blitz going. But your play is just so much cleaner, making the 11 points, And it escapes both guys, makes an asset, and doesn't fuck up your fun position. So this is a nice positional play. Need to check your cube errors. Yeah, so I actually don't remember during the match like where you missed a cube or doubled early. So I guess we'll get there. Like it didn't seem like you made some obvious cube error to me. Okay, the 6-5. Yeah, 6-5 is pretty clear. Oh, the 4-1 that you mentioned. Yeah, I might have made your play, to be honest. 13-8, because I'd be like a little leery about leaving a shot against this like nice structure after you've escaped a guy. On the other hand, 13-8 screws up the distribution of the outfield and doesn't hit me, so I get to like do stuff, and I'm pretty flexible. Like I can anchor escape or build on the home front. So I think that's why maybe you determined later that, you should have hit twice, and you're correct. It surprises me a little bit that like this play is close. Like this is a lot of shots. This is like all 5s, almost all 4s, plus 3-6. You're getting hit against this like awesome structure. But apparently like the upside is so great that the computer doesn't mind this play. So this is the original position, right? The computer doesn't mind playing 13 to 9, 6 to 5. Like, I mean, I would never do that. Do that here. Yeah. Yeah, it's very stiff. Your play is very stiff. But it would be good. Like, my board was like a little stronger. I think you would do your play. Let me just save this real quick and we can take a little look. Like this, I think 13 to 8 is correct here. You don't want to get another guy sent back behind this prime. Although I'm not 100% sure about it. Oh, actually, so is this position? Okay, everything's double pass apparently. Say you own the cube already. What's right? Is hitting twice still right? Yeah, hitting twice is still right, but it's closer. I see. Yeah, computer really loves hitting twice. Yeah, so there's two different plays here. So the non-hit didn't seem like a viable game plan to me because the checkers end up pretty exposed back there. So I made the 1, and then I thought, okay, I can either play 13 to 7, 24 to 20, which I presume is this play. But I'm getting smacked here a lot, and you don't dance as much. So I was like, okay, I can do this, and then I double the dances pretty easily. So it's probably a pass, I guess. So I figured this had more going for it, but you roll well. I roll okay. You're just trying to come home safely mostly. And I don't know what to do here with this 3-1. Apparently the computer wants to play 9 to 5, stay all the way back, put the most pressure on white, hit the most next turn, right? Because you're staying all the way back with this checker. So that makes sense because black has the stronger board, I guess. I was thinking, I kind of might want to get that guy going, so I stepped him up a little bit, which is not great apparently. I let you play safe with 8 to 2. Oh, 11 to 10, 11 to, yeah, I see, you gave up the 11 point. Yeah, so your play is nicely flexible. We put it up on the board. It's more flexible than 8 to 2. But the fact that the race is even and I'm on roll maybe means the block is worth a lot. I think that's probably most of what's going on here. And it's not maybe trivial to play productively after your play either. I saw this. I looked at this play, which the computer wants to do, right? We can go back to the original position. You can make the 16 point, get the backmen going when you're up 10 in the race. So I knew there was a chance that was right. I didn't like it because, I don't know, I didn't want to give you like a bunch of like clean pointing numbers here. And I have the stronger board, so I didn't mind hanging back a bit. So that's why I played 13 to 9, 13 to 7. Which still kind of looks right to me, to be honest. It does build the board and put pressure on white. I mean, it's not that hard for white to play safely here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having trouble seeing this one. But the race is a pretty good indication. Up 10 in the race, pretty good indication. I should be getting the back men moving. Yeah, you would have crushed me. 5-1. Okay, yeah, good play here. You leave an extra couple shots, but it's worth it for the slotting the better point. And it's easier to like play cleanly next turn when missed. Which you do. And you do. And apparently I looked at this, I should do this. So 5-3 from here. You're playing the 5, 18 to 13, and according to the computer, you want to play the 5, 18 to 13, and then play 6 to 3, making a perfect board. Getting hit a little here. But having a perfect board versus my play screws up the board mostly permanently. Much less risk, obviously. Okay, so I make the anchor, and then Oh, no, I know your cube error. Yeah, your cube error is this game. Yeah, your cube is early this game. That's your cube error. Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, double. Yeah, this is No, okay, no, it's just a little early. Okay, this isn't your cube error. I'm a little surprised it's this close. I mean, it's a huge take, but I thought this would be like, well, like when I saw you had one cube blunder, and then I remembered this cube. I thought this would be the blunder, but no, this is okay. You're up 3 pips in a short race, so it's okay. But I'm a little more efficient than you are because you have the open 4-point. So instead of a 3-pip race, it's only a 2-pip race, but the computer wants to double anyways. It is an initial cube, I guess. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no, that is the cube blunder. Yes, that might actually be a pass. Yeah, no, I remember that now. Yeah, no, I did comment on that at the time. Yeah, that could actually be a pass, I think. We'll get there though. Yeah, thanks. That's exactly right. Anyways, you win the race. You go up 2-zip. And actually, one of your checker play blunders is around there too. When you ran from the back because you were a little worried about being hit back there. I'm pretty sure you want to keep double coverage there. Okay, so I do. Okay, no, I double hit. Yeah, your play's okay. No, your play's actually correct. 24 to 18, 6 to 4. Yeah, 13 to 5. Interesting. Yeah. 13 to 5. So you make a good play here where you play 18 and 4, which gives me an extremely clear cube, I thought, because it's like gammonish and it's super volatile. If you play 13 to 5, I guess I'm cubing this too, but it was like a little less clear to me. But that doesn't mean like your play is wrong. It's just a very clear cube because it's so gammonish and volatile. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we'll get there. And you can look at my analysis during the match. I think I might have some semi-intelligent stuff to say during the match. 6-6-4. Oh yeah, the first play I saw was to make the 18 here, which does okay for the win, but obviously hitting twice, you get away with it. You win a lot more gammon, so I went with that. Different match scores, you'd probably make the, like a match score was reversed and the cube was on my side, you probably do make the 18 there. Okay, go after you. It does not work, but I get a nice 2-2. Somehow, what happens here? No, I do end up winning this game, I think, somehow. 5-5, okay, 3-1. Yeah, keep the checkers split back there. I don't love hitting, but so the 3-1 here, like I don't necessarily love hitting here, but I just want to keep the back checkers split, and obviously I want to keep my nice 5'. And I gotta kind of go into a blitzy position. Okay, finally get the backmen out. 3-1. Yeah, I did this mostly on instinct, I think. Apparently 11 to 7 is a huge blunder, but I did think about this. I did use my brain here as opposed to my gut. Like 11 to 7, it's not all that clear I'm a favorite, right? 7 to 3 seems like I got more of a claim to being a favorite given I'm going to win a ton more gammons there. Maybe this play's pretty easy. Yeah, here I thought maybe it was a tough play, but I probably ended up would have ended up finding the hit 2 play. It is pretty questionable due to the score though, right? Because it wins and loses more gammons, and that benefits the player who's down in the match. Or another way to look at it is if you play in a less gammonish fashion, you could pretty reasonably get a recube in at this score. Whereas if you go for the Gammon, it's going to be very hard for you to get a recube to 4 in. So your play's okay, given the score. But say like, I don't know, say for some reason if I own the cube and it's a money game, I think hitting twice is going to be right by a lot. Yeah, it's right by a lot. For these QB reasons. Yeah, and then I mean my take point at the score is 16% because I can pass and go to 4-0 Crawford, which I have memorized in a 5-point match. 1 away, 5 away Crawford, which I have memorized as 16%. So I can pass and go to 16%, or I can take redouble and play for the match in this one game, which means my take point is exactly what the equity is from the pass score from 5 away, 1 away Crawford. So I guess I clearly have it before your 4-2. I guess I clearly have that according to the computer, and then I don't have that. But you're too good. Good play on. Oh, then you have some tough plays about whether to leave the point slotted or not. I would have done your play, I think, because my board is pretty good. But the computer says oh look, you got a lot of work to do to bring this home, so making the point's pretty important. And if you do your play, that 3-point is going to stay open forever and cause you some long-term problems. So I guess that's a pretty big argument for like trying to close that point. Let's see. Like just as a comparison, for 1 here. So the computer like leaving it slotted when it was the open 3 points. If you roll a 4-1 here, I think you have less reason to leave it slotted, because the open 4-point is less of a problem than the open 3-point. And I believe you're a little closer to home here in a sense. Your pip count is your pip count is lower, for instance. At least before the roll. Yeah, so here it likes picking it up by lots. Because the open 3-point is a lot more of a problem than the open 4-point long term. I think that's most of what's going on anyways. But like I said, I probably would have done your play. Especially considering the match score situation. Oh no, I'm sorry, you left us slotted. I would have played 8-3-1, I think. Oh no, I'm sorry. I might be all over the place here. Sorry, let me go back. 5-2 here. Yeah, I probably would have done what you did, 8-3-1. But yeah, because it's the open 3-point, it's kind of a big problem. Man, I do hit you with 3-3 here, I guess. 5-2. Yeah, your play seemed okay here. Oh yeah, then you have a hit loose. Then you have another. Oh no, you're hitting the outfield here, which is correct. Although it does want to pick up 8-4. So what's wrong with your play? Oh, 3-3 hits. That's why. The computer wants to do this with 3-3 doesn't hit. If I roll 3-3, that's probably most of what's going on. Yeah, there's another one, 5-2. Okay, so one play you want to look out for. It's a little hard to see sometimes. you can pick and pass, or you can hit and leave it slotted, right, and play some deuce in the outfield, which I think you ended up doing, which is okay. The play you want to see that's not so easy to see sometimes, you can make the 3-point if you want to leave it slotted. You can do this. So you get a triple cover. Mostly you get a triple cover for the 5-point, right? As opposed to a double cover after your play. And if somehow you don't make the points, say, I don't know, you roll like a 5-1 or 6-1 or something, and you pick this up, the 3-point again stays open and causes a problem. Whereas if somehow you don't make this point, the 5-point's open, which is less of a problem. But yeah, not hitting is a real play here also. Just do this. No shots. Still win a gammon a bunch. Anyways, I roll this tremendous 3-3. And then I guess I do okay bringing this home. Whatever. Yeah, I usually like to keep things a little more spread out in the outfield here than making the 12. I was just worried about your 5-point board. So I make the 12 points. Good. Fine. 18 to 13, 12 to 10. Getting 4-4. And 3-3 to make the 1 point. And maybe, yeah, okay. Okay, well, I see. I played 12 to 7. Yeah, I did this. Right, so I played 12 to 7 and then played a deuce in the outfield because I wanted the third builder for the 1 point. Of course, the downside is you could roll 1-6 or 1-1 and then I regret my play. So the computer does this, not leaving the 1-6, not leaving a blot here. This is still pretty nice, right? Because it's only 2 builders, although I do get 4-4 and 3-3 to make the 1 point from afar. So it's not like that many fewer point-making numbers, or hit loose numbers probably. Yeah, if I was a little closer to home here, I probably would have played 6 to 1 squared. But I still got a lot of work in the outfield, so I hit loose instead. I played 20, what did I play? I played 16 to 1 and then 22 to 16 basically, or 22 to 17. You caused me a little bit of problems, but eventually I close you out. And I'm thinking I got a pretty good chance for a gammon here, 45%. But it kind of doesn't materialize, almost. Yeah, I mean, there's various ways to see this. It's worth learning how to do this though, because it's usually not this much equity, but it's usually not this much equity, but it comes up fairly frequently, and it's just such a shame to throw out equity here when it's something that you can just like figure out with a little bit of effort. So this is worth learning how to do this. Like one way you can do it is just get good at counting numbers that don't bear off. You start with the low numbers, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3. And you can sort of go in, you can go in order. You can like look at all the doubles and then look at like 1, 2, then 1, 3, then 1, 4, then 1, 5, then 1, 6. And some of them will be obvious to you. And then look at 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. And then 3, 4, 3. And then you see, and then by the time you get to that point, you see everything above a 3, 4 is just going to bear off. But if you go through the numbers, you can see, okay, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and 2, 3 don't bear off, so 7 numbers. And then you look at this, you go through the same rigmarole. All doubles bear off, including 1, 1. 1, 2 doesn't. 1, 3 does, 1, 4 does, 1, 4 does, 1, 5 does, 1, 6 does, 2, 2, 3 does, 2, 4 does, you know, and so on. And then eventually you get to a point where you see everything else bears off. Like everything above 3, 4 bears off, right? Marty Storer wrote an article about this situation. that you can probably find online. He has like a really good method for doing it that he can just kind of see it instantly. I never learned that. I either kind of just know it or I have to go through the numbers. Another thing maybe you might want to think about is if you do the right play, okay, the 3-point is open, which is a problem, but the threes bear in. So all threes, maybe you can use that to see that all threes actually do bear off, including 3-3. So that's some indication that this is the right play. Anyways, you'll figure out your own stuff in time. Or you might want to look for that Marty Store article. But it is a shame to give up that much equity in such a figure-outable position, as opposed to some like middle game blitzy position where like you're like it's like a cube action and like how do you like evaluate that? like in that position, like I'm okay if I'm like in like a middle game blitzy position and a cube action. I'm like okay if I'm 0.05 off, right? Because it's just so hard to evaluate. Whereas if I gave up like 0.05 in like a Baron like that, I'd be like, oh my god, why did I give up so much equity in such a simple position? If that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so I like this play. I mean, I do kind of want to be split in the backfield. But the fact that you have this blot here means I can do this, and then if I get hit in the outfield, I get lots of return shots, which is what happens. I do hit you back. I do make a good anchor. Your play is wrong, really? Okay, so you come in, you make the 4, and then I can either hit on the 21 or the 11. Oh, I see. Yeah, I sort of did this without thinking, because usually hitting on your opponent's side of the board is better than hitting on your side of the board, because you gain more in the race and rip away the more important builder, the more important slot here. So I go bar 21, 6 to 4 squared. But yeah, there's a somewhat better play here where you hit the less important checker, but you're getting an extra builders for your home board. So yeah, this is better. Yeah, no, this is findable. And then yeah, this is tough to evaluate. I mean, I would have found the take, but it's pretty close. And in fact, it is a pass. It's probably gonna be a pass on the rollouts. So no, yeah, good pass at the score. For money, you take this. The 3-away, 3-away, it's probably a close pass. For money, it's a pretty solid take, which just goes to show you have to be careful about taking a 3-away, 3-away, the initial cubes. So good pass. Good. Okay, now I'm 2 away, you're 3 away. Yeah, good play here. Hitting twice. I think at first, what did you look at? I'm making the 3. I'm making the 3 would be quite bad. Because it leaves me too diverse, right? I got 2s and 6s over here, and 1s, 3s, and 5s over here for like not a great point. So okay, so then you think, okay, I got to hit the guy on the 5. So you play 8 to 5, and then if you play 13 to 8, you're leaving 5s, 4s, and 6s back. If you hit twice like you did, you're basically only leaving 1s and 5s, so this is safest. So great play here. Okay, good. Okay, make the 3 here because there's nothing else. I hit you. 6-1. Oh, I liked my play at the time. I did see 20 to 13 as a real candidate because I don't know, I did want to come home safely. But then I thought, okay, I can make the 7-point, and then I'm locking in these like 5 checkers really effectively, right? And it's a good landing spot, a good asset, and I'm just leaving an extra blot over here, which isn't a big deal. I guess it's stripped in the outfield, so I don't know. I don't really get this. I would do this again. Yeah, computer likes either 20 to 13 or 17 to 10. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the computer's problem with it is not just the shot here, but like the strippiness of the position in my outfield. Okay, so it wants to pop out and hits. Fine. Getting hit back isn't a big deal for you because you already have 5 checkers back. I roll a tremendous 4-4. And then apparently this is a pass. But it's slightly too good maybe. Maybe not. You come in low. It's double pass, bordering on too good again. Possibly too good. It's tricky to find a cube in a gammonish position at this score. So what is the cube action here? Now it's clearly too good in a pass. It's close to the take pass line. Why is the oh, okay, yeah, fine. I was like, okay, you only win 23 here. It says over here, right? Take point is around 25%. So I was like, why is this a pass? But what it's saying is if you don't double, winning chance is no double. You win 23%. If you want the computer's opinion about the winning chances after double, you got to click on this thing to get winning chances double take. 20, and then it's near 25. Yeah, I'm always forgetting about that. Okay, yeah, no, I saw 9-2. I thought it might be right to keep the block and keep all the landing spots, but I thought it's 2 strips, so that's why I did this. So 5-2 from here, you just play 9-2. I guess most players are probably doing that. Most players are probably getting that right. Yeah, okay, I let you out a little bit, which you take advantage of. Now you clearly win over 25. Okay, went a little spicy here with the double hit, leaving a shot against this awesome position, but winning a lot more gammons. There's probably some cubeful stuff going on here. Where cubeless my play is a lot better, but I'm more likely to get in the cube later if I play safely. So that's what makes it close. Okay, 8-3-7-1. Okay, so it wants to play 7-1 and 8-3. Oh, I guess I covered with the 5 and looked around for the best 6. Or I should cover with the 6. Yeah, no, this is better. Look around for the best 5. Yeah, somehow I didn't see this idea. Okay, it's too good here apparently. You don't leave any shots. 6-4. Okay, you run correctly. Oh, it doesn't. Interesting. Okay, so it doesn't mind 21 to 11 here because it gets gammoned less. The best play to win keeps them split back there, but it gets gammoned more because I get some hit options. So it turns out it's pretty close. It's too good to double take here. Yeah, so sometimes this happens where the no double equity is greater than 1, but you have enough winning chances to take. So that's why you get this weird too good to double take evaluation, which sometimes happens at these lopsided scores. So sometimes this surprises people. But too good means, according to the computer, is just your no double equity is greater than 1. In other words, you win more than 1 point on average by not doubling. So that can certainly happen, but your opponent can still win a lot. So he still has a take maybe. Okay, so 5-5. Okay, I play horribly. Oh yeah, this is a pass already, right? So the way I figured out this might have been a pass. I honestly wasn't. At first I thought it was probably a take, but I thought, okay, so you have 20 numbers that hit. 20 out of 36 numbers hit because it's a double shot. So you're hitting 20 out of 36. I win some of those, obviously, but I lose some gammons too. So I wasn't sure whether hitting is like better or worse than winning a single game for you. It's probably slightly worse maybe, but I wasn't sure. So I was like, oh well, I win like 0 of the 20 hits because of the gammon, because after accounting for gammons. So there's only 16 other numbers. In order to get to say 25%, I need to be a favorite on those 16 numbers, which I don't really think I am. Or maybe it's close, but the take point at the score is like a little higher than 25 also. So I need to be like a pretty solid favorite on your misses to have a take here, which I thought, I don't really think I am. So I probably would have been able to find the pass here. And so as white, the way I would figure out that this is a double is figuring out that, oh, maybe my opponent is like, doesn't have a take here or is at least like close to a pass. And obviously it's very volatile. So yeah, so I don't know, like some people, I find it like helpful to quantify stuff like that when like a lot's riding on the next roll, whether you hit or not. I don't do it in like middle game positions that are like blitzy and stuff, but like a position like this where like a lot's determined whether you hit or not, I think it's sort of a good way to think about it. Like then that's exactly what I would do here to find the double and hopefully find the take. And then yeah, as we talked about, you're a little worried about if you make the right play like this, say, I see why you did what you did. You're a little worried about me hitting you, but you got to hit me, right? So it's hugely better to have these guys split back here than just have one guy here. And then after you did that. I figured I didn't have a cube because how do I get these guys home without leaving multiple shots? And then, okay, I guess I find a good, I wasn't sure about this one. But you can, if you're curious, you can, I kind of go over it during the match. I took my time here. But yes, it's general, I just thought, okay, you play safely. It's going to be pretty hard to bring this home. I got to get really lucky to bring this home without leaving a shot, right? And a lot of times it's going to be a double shot. One, because you might split with an ace, or maybe even like a deuce or a 3 or something. But you definitely should split with an ace here. So I might leave a double shot that way. And also I could roll like a 3-1, 3-2, 4-1, stuff like that. And leave a double shot and 2 bluffs that way. So it's just really hard to bring this home. So I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. And I get missed, and I think I can either double cash the game in or play on. So I basically win if you don't roll one of your 14 hit numbers. So I thought, okay, I'm a pretty solid favorite here. Anyways, luckily you missed, and I do figure out I'm too good. And then I try for a gammon, but don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with your play here. Oh, you're wasting some pips by. Obviously, you should mostly be aiming to get guys to the 6 points. So you're kind of wasting 2 pips by playing 7 to 5 squared. Now it might be a little tough to get everyone to the 6 point here. So I think playing 7 to 5 with one of them is like okay, but yeah, two of them is too much. So yeah, I'm going to play 12 to 6, 20 to 18 here. But yeah, if you want to, you can play 1 there if you want. It's still an error, but not as big. Like something like 7 to 5, 20 to 18. I don't know, 18 to 16, 20 to 18 or something. Yeah, oh, this guy. Yeah, this guy would be like okay. Still an error. And then I do not get a gammon. Okay, good play here with the 2-2. I just got to go through this quickly because I got to take off soon. Okay, 3-3. I wouldn't be sure what to do here. Like I might have considered 6-3 squared, which apparently is okay. I don't know if I would have played 24-18 after it though. But your play makes sense of running while you're up in the race by 22 pips. Yeah. Meanwhile, I mean, I guess I should run according to the computer because I don't know. I get stuck and attacked a lot if I stay back. But I was thinking, okay, down 11 pips and you're on roll, so maybe I win more by staying back. But apparently I don't. I guess I'm not causing you that many problems by staying back. You just like build up a bunch of builders and then I'm hoping to get out maybe. What does it want to do here? Oh, 5-1-4 to keep the block on. Yeah, your play's okay. Okay, yeah, now I get the picture. I should be running well down in the race. And then do I win this or do I lose this? I can't remember. Oh, I do win this. Okay. All right, well, that was good. Yeah, I hope you got something out of that, Eli. Pretty destructive match. It's a tough match. I mean, a lot of tough decisions in there. I think for both players, but mostly for you, though. Like you seem to have the more complicated decisions along the way, and mostly got things right. Yeah, as you say, it was mostly that sequence at the end there, where you gave up most of your equity. Like first of all, double because you're a pretty big favorite here, and you win some gammons. Like even if you think it's a clear take, you should be able to recognize you're a pretty solid favorite here, given that you're hitting most of the time, and when you miss, you still hit me a ton later on, and yeah, remain, keep your eye on the ball. Recognize that you're going to hit a lot more after keeping the checker split back there. Anyways, okay, well, I'm going to sign off now, but yeah, good playing with you. Yeah, we'll probably see you tomorrow online, although there's a small chance I won't play in the tournament tomorrow. But yeah, good match. We'll see you next time.